Yo, what's up guys? My name is MJ and today I'm going to be going over the about 30-ish rarest cars in Forza Horizon 5, so subscribe and let's get right into it. Alright, so the way that I determined this list is I've been auction house sniping and trying to complete the entire car collection for about the past year now. And we've gotten up to 803 out of the 899 cars in the game, and that does not include any of the paid DLC cars like this Fast and Furious pack right here. Or wait, this isn't the Fast and Furious one, but you know what I mean. All the paid cars I do not have. Okay, I was just trying to show an example. Why is it taking, like, so long to load this thing? Hello? Stop it. Do I have to restart my game? Dude. No way. So basically today I'm going to be showing you guys about the 30-ish cars that I do not have that you do not have to pay actual money for in the game. Because I've been trying to complete this car collection in Auction House Snipe for the past, like, year. And I put a lot of time into it, so these are about the 30 rarest cars in Forza Horizon 5 based on recent auction house sniping, or I guess auction house sniping over the past, like, year. But the first car on the list, I mean, they're in no particular order as well, I'm just gonna go from the top to the bottom of my car collection. But the first car is the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. The 4C was super rare for the longest time, but then it came out in the Backstage Pass. And I think I was able to get this one out of the auction house. I don't think I actually got this one out of the Backstage Pass. The 4C I'm talking about, but the 8C is still super rare. Next up is going to be the AMC Javelin AMX from 1971. I have yet to see any of these cars in the auction house, or I believe this one hasn't been in the Backstage Pass either. Could be wrong, but I believe that one's still extremely rare. Completed Audi. I guess all the Audis aren't extremely rare. Those are paid cars. That's also a paid car. BMW, I completed, except for the one paid car. I shouldn't have clicked on that. Okay, there we go. It actually loaded this time, thank God. But before we continue, we do have a quick sponsor for today's video. If you're looking for extra credits, wheel spins, rare cars, or anything for your Forza Horizon 5 account, make sure to check out MitchCactus.com. They're 100% safe and legit with zero ban risk, and this is because everything is done through the auction house. For credit drops, all you have to do is list a cheap car in the auction house for max buyout, and they will buy it and rinse and repeat until you have the credits that you paid for. For rare cars, you simply pick the car, and they will keep dropping it in the auction house until you get it. Unlike modded products, these are all done legitimately through the auction house, and they have thousands of Trustpilot reviews, so if you guys need anything for your Forza account, make sure to check out MitchCactus.com. The link will be in my bio, and make sure to use my code MJ for 5% off of everything. Alright, back to the video. The paid car. Oh my god, the 1966 Chevy Nova Super Sport is extremely rare. This one, I always look for every single time I'm doing an auction house sniping video, and I've never seen one ever. So yeah, that one's super rare. Those are paid for cars, also a paid for car, also a paid for car. There's way too many paid for cars in Forza Horizon 5, let me just say that. Way too many. There's like, what, like 70-ish? There's too many, man. But the 2022 Challenger SRT Superstock, I believe this one came out somewhere recently. This one might be on the less rare side of the 30 rarest cars in today's video. Just because it came out recently and like you probably could have gotten it out of the festival playlist. I just didn't do the festival playlist when it was out, and I haven't found one in the auction house since, but that one was pretty recent, so I don't think it's that rare. Eagle Speedster, super duper rare. Don't think that one's been in the Backstage Pass. And the Extreme Ease. I have the 22, 23, 42, and the 99, but the rest of them I've never seen any other number in the auction house or the Backstage Pass or anything. I've never seen a 125, a 6, a 58, a 44 at number 5, or a 55. All of those are extremely rare. Yeah, if I were to guess the rarest car in Forza Horizon 5, it would probably be one of these Extreme E's. Like, I bet you one of these numbers is just so unbelievably rare. The Ferrari California T, super rare car. This one might have been in the Backstage Pass. I just don't think I got it when it was in the Backstage Pass, and I believe the rest of these are paid for, and I'm right. Ford Super Deluxe Station Wagon. This is actually in the Backstage Pass right now, but I don't have any Backstage Pass thingies, so this one's still super rare for me. Same thing with this one, the Mustang SVT Cobra R. This is super rare car. I have yet to see any of these on the auction house. Same thing with the Ford Wagon, but I know that one's in the Backstage Pass now. So many paid cars, man. Ooh, the Gymkhana 9 Ford Focus. This one is super duper rare. Yeah, I mean, it's on the same level as like all the rest of the ones that I haven't seen ever in the auction house. So that one's super duper rare. And let me know in the comments which one of these super duper rare cars do you guys have in your car collection that I do not have in my car collection. I'm curious. to see which ones are like actually super rare that I don't have, and which ones are like somewhat common that I don't have. Like I imagine that the Dodge Super Stock is somewhat common. I just didn't get it when it was in the festival playlist, even though it was pretty recent. Koenigsegg Agera, this one is super rare. I don't think this one was ever out in the Backstage Pass either. I could be wrong about that one. I'm probably wrong about that one, but this one's so rare. I feel like the Backstage Pass just kind of like threw everything off in terms of rarity. But Lancia, there's 3 that are super duper rare. Delta S4, 037 Stradale, and the Fulvia. Those are all extremely rare cars. Haven't seen any of them in the auction house, and I'd look for all 3 of them every time I make an auction house sniping video. Lincoln Continental, I know this one's in the Backstage Pass right now, but still extremely rare if you were to try to auction house snipe it. And before the Backstage Pass, that was so rare. Lincoln Co., that's a paid for one, but the number 100, Sign Racing 03, this one's also in the Backstage Pass right now. But again, I don't have any of the passes, and without the Backstage Pass, this is so rare. Have all the McLarens, those aren't extremely rare. I know the 12C was extremely rare, but I was able to pick one of those up in the Backstage Pass, so it's not that bad. 200 SLR, or the 280 SL, Mercedes-Benz is extremely rare, and now it's in the Backstage Pass, just like a couple of the other ones in this video. So that one's still pretty rare, except for the Backstage Pass. Both of the MG6 X-Powers are super rare for some reason. The number 20 might be in the Backstage Pass right now, but these are both super rare cars. You don't ever see the MG6 X-Powers. Mitsubishi doesn't have that many rare cars. Ooh, both of the Morris Travelers. These 2 cars are probably like top 5 rarest cars in the game. You don't see anyone who has the Morris Travelers, either one of them. And there's 2 of them. Yeah, those are super rare. Probably like 2 of the rarest cars that we've gone over today so far. I really doubt that anyone in the comment section has those 2 either. Nissan, there's so many paid cars in Nissan now, but the Safari Turbo is not a paid car, and this one's extremely rare, even though it's in the Backstage Pass right now. Noble M600, also extremely rare. I don't think this one's been in the Backstage Pass, so this one's super duper rare. I've yet to see any of these again. The Noble M600s. Let's see, Plymouth, there's 2 rare ones, the Fury and the Belvedere. I've, again, yet to see any of these in the auction house, and I look for them every single time I try to make an auction house sniping video. And then, of course, the Polaris RZR Pro XP Ultimate. This one's also super duper rare. I've yet to see any of these in the auction house or the Backstage Pass, I believe. 1968 Firebird. We've got the rest of the Pontiacs. I believe one of the GTOs was pretty rare, and I think this Firebird was also pretty rare. Like, there's a couple of rare Pontiacs, but the 1968 Firebird is by far the rarest one. I have yet to see any of those, and I've gotten one of the rest of the Pontiacs, so that one has to be the rarest one. With Porsche, I have all of them that are not the paid-for ones, except for this one, the 911 GT3 RS 4.0 from 2012. This one, for some reason, is extremely rare. I doubt it's been in the Backstage Pass ever, and yeah, that's just so rare. This car's super duper hard to find. Renault, there's a couple of Clios. There's the 2010 Clio RS and then the 2016 Clio RS Concept. Those are both super duper rare. I believe the 2008 Megane R26.R is also somewhat rare, but I was able to pick up one of those, so not as rare. Saleen, those are both purchase cars, same thing with that. The Subaru Legacy RS, this one's extremely rare. I remember someone commenting on one of my recent videos that they also think that the Legacy RS is extremely rare and hard to get, and they've just never seen any of them. And I believe that commenter said that they had more cars in their collection than I did, which I believe. So yeah, Legacy RS, super duper rare. Toyota Sports 800. Is this in the Backstage Pass? It might be. I don't, I think it's not in the Backstage though, but it might have been in the Backstage Pass in the past. So the Sports 800 somewhat rare, but the Arctic Truck 38 is so rare. I have the Arctic Truck 37. I don't know how I was able to auction out snipe one of those. The 37 and the 38 are both extremely rare. But I was able to find a 37, so I guess the 38's even more rare. 1963 Beetle. I would say I'm pretty sure it's an Accolade car that I just didn't do. So I don't think that one's super rare. Oh, the Wuling Sunshine S. I actually remember this one re-coming out in the festival playlist within the past like 2 or 3 months. So I don't think this is that rare, I just didn't get it in the festival playlist when it was out, and I've yet to find one in the auction house. So I believe this one's on the less rare side of the cars that I'm going over today. But that was actually the last rare car that I don't have in my collection. And I believe that was a little bit more than 30, especially considering there's like 6 or 7 of just those Extreme E's. But I mean, the Extreme E's don't really count as different cars. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the Extreme E, there's just a bunch of different numbers. But I mean, yeah, those are about the 30-ish rarest cars in Forza Horizon 5 as of today. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know which one of these super rare cars that you guys have in your car collection in the comments down below. Subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.